My all-time favorite basketball player, Steve Nash. For those of you that don't know much about the NBA, just know that in the early 2000s, Steve Nash, who's now in the Hall of Fame, won back-to-back MVP titles, which puts him in very rare company in the NBA. And the very first year that he won the NBA MVP, he led the NBA in only 2 statistical categories. The first, which many people would guess, is assists. He liked to share the sugar, he liked to pass the pill, he liked to get other people involved, which is certainly the trait of a great leader and a great teammate. But the other statistic that Steve Nash led the NBA in were physical touches. I'm actually talking about high fives, fist bumps, and pats on the backside. Now you're probably wondering, how could I possibly know that Steve Nash led the NBA in high fives, fist bumps, and pats on the backside? Well, it just so happens there was a research team from UC Berkeley who was conducting an official study because they wanted to measure if showing signs of physical enthusiasm actually led to more wins on the court.
You know, when the Suns initially talked to me about doing a feature about Steve Nash, I thought it was my big break. But when they told me I'd be sitting through games and keeping track of how many times he high-fived his teammates, things got a little touchy.
So they hired a team of researchers to watch every minute of every NBA game and make a mark every time a player gave a high five, a fist bump, or a pat on the backside. Well, the Phoenix Suns, who Steve Nash played for at the time, were so enamored with this study that they hired a full-time intern to count just for Steve Nash. And in the very first game that the intern counted, Steve Nash delivered 239 high fives, fist bumps, and pats on the backside in one game. He was a furnace of human connection. Now, in the game of basketball, where physicality is appropriate, it has now been physiologically proven that you can transfer energy to another human being through physical touch. You can indeed help someone raise their game with a well-placed high five, fist bump, or pat on the backside.
If you just look at a basketball court, there's all this touch going on. High fives, fist bumps, embraces. The more that a team touched each other, not only do they win more games, but there are really nice basketball statistics of how selfless the play is. Do they help out on defense? Do they set a screen? We think that touch is really part of how teams do well.
Just to make sure I'm clear, and certainly HR compliant, I'm not telling you guys to pat your clients on the backside after you meet with them. Here's what I do want you to do. I want you guys to figure out some creative and innovative ways that you can make the same type of emotional deposit as a high five, fist bump, or pat on the backside to give them that exact same morale boost. What are the things that you can do consistently to pour into the people that mean the most to you? And professionally speaking, the people that should mean the most to you are the people that are on your team and the clients that you serve. And I want you to be very intentional about ways that you can help fill their bucket. And here's another actionable challenge for you that can help you do just that. It's called 10 assists. Every single morning when you wake up, I want you to put 10 rubber bands on your left wrist. And every time you give an assist to either someone on your team or one of the clients you serve or a prospect that you're hoping to serve one day, anytime you give them an assist, you take 1 rubber band off of the left wrist and you put it on your right wrist. And what is an assist? An assist is anything you do that goes above and beyond what you are expected to do. This is not part of your job description. This is extra. This is supplemental. This is in addition to. And every time you choose to do something extra to add value to the 2 groups professionally that should mean the most of you, those on your team and those that you serve, you move 1 rubber band from your left wrist and you put it on your right wrist. Now think about that. If every single day of your life you wake up with the intention of not just doing what everyone else does, not just doing the bare minimum, but going above and beyond to add exceptional value and service, remember we mentioned that earlier, you will see every area of your business continue to increase.